Our next guest, a man that has made a big name for himself this year in Austin, playing baseball for the Texas Longhorns. You might remember him as a former Coronado T-Bird, but now he is simply known as the Hispanic Titanic. Ivan Melendez joins us via Zoom from Austin here as we continue on the show. First off, great to have you. Do I call you Ivan? Do I call you Titanic? What would you like me to refer to you as during this interview?
First off, that was a great introduction, but you can just go ahead and call me Ivan, my name. But if you want to, I think Titanic, all that's just like, for that once in a while social media post or whatever.
I love that. Hey, listen, you got to love it, right? I mean, honestly, and let's just start with this. When you signed on to play for the Texas Longhorns, did you ever anticipate that your first year with Texas would be quite like this?
I knew coming into it, I was going to be competing for a position and, for a starting job. That's all I knew. I didn't know what kind of stats I'd put up. I didn't know what kind of year I'd have, what position, whatever. I just knew I was going to be one of those guys coming in.
Now, take me through what really has been not just this season. I want to know from your days at Coronado when you finished up to going to Odessa Junior College, what the road was like for you. Did you have any offers, D1 offers waiting for you out of high school, or did you decide, let's go to Odessa, kind of refine my skills a little bit, then have an opportunity to parlay that into D1?
Yeah, so coming out of high school, I only had one Division I offer and about like 4 or 5 junior college offers. And the reason I chose the junior college way was obviously I didn't really think it was enough money, like as far as the Division I offer and the junior college opportunity scholarship that I had. They're allowing me to pitch and hit. So going into junior college, I think that allowed me to make a better decision as far as what I wanted to do with my career. So yeah,
makes a lot of sense. Now you're 6'3", 225. What were you coming out of high school?
In high school, I was probably a little bit heavier, about like 235. I played football. I guess during season it was kind of hard for me to take off that football weight that I gained or whatever. But after that, I went into college about 238, and then been 225 every season since.
Nice.
Since 2019, my freshman year.
Now, was it difficult for you? Because some guys, when they play two sports, it's tough to pick the one over the other. Was baseball always your first love, or was football the sport that you kind of gravitated most as a kid?
Yeah, I enjoyed playing football, but I always knew baseball was my dominant sport. Obviously, I was a lot better in it compared to football. But, I enjoyed playing them both. They're both pretty fun. But, yeah, baseball was always my first and dominant sport.
Now, when did you pick up a baseball bat for the first time, Ivan?
I'd say about 4 years old. That's when I started T-ball, around that time. Yeah.
It was love at first sight. You picked up that bat and you said to yourself, all right, this is a lot of fun. This is something I've got to do.
No, it wasn't love at first sight. I would just say it was more natural. At first I had my days where I didn't like going to the ball field, or just I thought it was too hard or whatever, when I first joined coach pitch, and sometimes I would have made contact and get frustrated and all that. So
no, if it makes you feel any better, I've got an 8-year-old in 10U kid pitch, and he just finished coach pitch last year. So I'm going through this as a parent and seeing that. And when you describe kids that couldn't hit the ball as well during coach pitch, and I get that. I understand. So you tell me, when did it all click for you, and when did you start to realize I'm pretty good at this, and I've got a chance to perhaps parlay this into a chance to play college ball?
I always knew I had the skill set and the talent to play this game. I didn't know if I was going to play at a high level as what I'm playing right now, but I always knew I had the skill set and I knew what I wanted to do, which is play ball. But as far as playing college baseball, I believe maybe my sophomore year, just because my freshman year didn't go too well. I was pitching decent. I was hitting, average. I didn't know if I was going to play at the next level, but that summer going into my sophomore year was a big difference for me. So
I hear you. Ivan Melendez with us here on SportsTalk. Prior to going to Texas, did you have a lot of other D1 offers out of Odessa and had a little bit of a tough choice for you to make?
Yeah, I definitely had a few big-time Power 5 offers. I had a few small schools. I don't know the exact count of that, but I definitely had a handful of variety. out of JUCO, as far as Big 12 and other Power 5 offers.
Now, I'm looking at your numbers so far. 361 batting average, 10 home runs to lead the team, 42 RBIs, which I think is second on the team right now. You've walked 20 times. You've got 11 doubles, 3 triples. You've hit some monster shots. You had the streak that everybody is talking about on social media. Again, I always wonder, if there's an adjustment period going from JUCO ball to D1 ball, especially that first season as a transfer. Did you have that adjustment period, or for the most part, did it, I don't want to say it came easy to you, but do you feel like you didn't really have to worry too much about making the switch over to, playing for Texas?
No, I don't think there was a big switch, honestly. Coming in, I knew I was going to face better pitching and, more talented arms and guys that can really get up there in velocity. But I mean, I'm very confident in myself and the capabilities and abilities that I have. I thought I was going to be fine. And I'd say I'm doing that so far.
Now, I'm going to say this too. Your head coach is David Pierce, but I love the fact that Tulo is one of your assistant coaches. Troy Tulowitzki, who had an unbelievable big league career, was an all-star, one of the best shortstops of his time. He's part of that staff. How cool is that for you? And I mean, as a kid growing up, you probably watched Troy Tulowitzki playing in Major League Baseball all-star games.
Yeah, I still watch his highlights to this day. I think it's pretty cool and unique that I have a big league coach, and especially who knows how many time all-stars, Gold Glove, Silver Sluggers, you name it. He has all the awards and accolades, and I think it's definitely a dream come true, I guess. I would never expected it, but yeah, I find it pretty cool. Still just soaking it all up.
Do you try to pick his brain a lot and ask him about different things to the game, just because you realized how much that man knows as far as just his professional career?
Yeah. I mean, now that I notice, I really don't pick his brain as much until it's like moments before my at bat. But as far as like the cage work and all that stuff back at the facility, I kind of just do what I do, and I'm more of like a feel guy. What I feel what's best for me is what I go with and what I work towards.
All right, tell me what a typical workout's like for Ivan Melendez as he gets ready prior to a game. Just your training and just what your work ethic is in general, because I'd like to know what a typical day's like for you.
Oh, so you're just talking about a game day?
Yeah,
routine?
let me hear, or just the amount of work that goes into this. Because for people listening, especially what the kind of season you're having, tell everybody a little bit about just the amount of preparation you've put into this year and just how hard you've been working to get to this spot.
Yeah, well, I mean, every day I just try to keep my routine the same. I mean, obviously in the morning everybody has class, so everybody goes and knocks that out. But yeah, I head down to the tank, which is a Texas Athletic Nutrition Center. Just moments before I head to the ball field, and I grab a quick bite, whatever I need to do, fuel up, and then head to the field. I get a stretch for like about 15-20 minutes, get in the cages. I start with like some tee work, front toss, then I go into some live arm BP, and then hop on the machine, and it's just like what I do every day. And if I want to work out, sometimes we have optional workouts before practice or before game days, and most of the time I choose to participate in them. And then there we go. We go, as a team, we have our team meetings and then practice game, whatever, and we go from there.
How big is weight training for you during the season as opposed to the off season?
Yeah. It's not as frequent. I'm not in there as much, but I try to get in there as much as I can, if that makes sense, just because I know how much you can lose during the season. You're playing so much, your calories are down, you're running, you're in the sun, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, no, I try to go in there and try to maintain strength, just go from there. But, it can't hurt you. So
I'm more interested about the tank. I'd love to know what kind of food that they're serving up for you and all the other athletes right now at the University of Texas when you go into the tank to try to, as you said, fuel up before you go to the park.
Yeah, it's there at the DKR, the football field stadium. But yeah, it's just a bunch of high protein food, meal prep kind of stuff, a bunch of protein shakes, you got your blends, all that. We have different, I don't even know, you name it. Like we have like a sandwich stand where they, make like a create your own sandwich, kind of like Subway deal.
Yeah.
They have the main, meats and all that stuff. They serve fruit. I mean, the list goes on, and there's so much in there,
Can you go in there and tell them you want a steak?
I mean, they go in there and they serve it often. Yeah. So you just ask how many you want or whatever.
I want you to go in there and say, listen, I want a ribeye, medium rare, please, with a baked potato, and just throw. Yeah. Just give them the greatest. Just give them the greatest order, the best possible 5-star restaurant order. You want to say, I'd like a side of lobster. Make that a 10-ounce lobster, please, cooked to order, and have it grilled for me, ready to go.
They'll have it ready for you.
I love it. What's your favorite? What's the favorite shake? What is your go-to shake?
Probably like the berry raspberry, that purple blend that they have going on, or some type of mango gnada with whatever we got going on.
I love it.
Yeah.
Ivan Melendez with us right now here on Sports Talk as we continue from the University of Texas, having an unbelievable season as a sophomore. 38-12 so far. You tell me, I mean, we're talking about a team that has had a big year. I'm sure you, like everybody else, you want to try to take this all the way and go to the College World Series.
Yeah, I'd love to. Who wouldn't? The goal's the goal's to win it, get a ring. But yeah, most importantly, it's just all about the guys. Everybody has to contribute and be committed, and I think we have a good group of that and strong, talented young men as well. So
tell me about this team and really some of the guys that have been right there with you, and just some of the players that maybe you're getting a lot of credit because you're hitting those monster home runs and you've had such a big year offensively. Who are some of the other guys that are a big part of this for you?
I'd say everybody kind of, pulls their way every single day. Everybody contributes. I mean, I try not to look at as far as like, who's contributed the most, like statistically. It's, the energy, the leadership, everything that happens in the locker room, the weight room, everything just comes into play. But yeah, there's a bunch, man. There's so many names I could list.
Ivan Melendez with us here on Sports Talk. How much do you miss El Paso right now?
Oh, I miss it a lot. Just the people back home. Everybody's nice to each other. It's just like one big, strong community. Can't wait to go out there, but might be months. So, yeah.
I hear you. So when you get a chance to get back out there, it's going to be special because it's been a while since you had a chance to see everybody.
Yeah. It's been months since I've seen family, friends, maybe a year, a whole school year. But, we got stuff to take care of and, business to take care of and go from there. And I know home will always be there. So everybody's supporting, which I'm thankful for as well.
As far as your major, what are you majoring in right now at Texas?
Corporate communications.
You want to get into radio?
Nah.
I figured I heard corporate communications, so I knew that, but I still had to throw that at you. There's a lot of athletes that they want to get behind a microphone and start talking, maybe MLB Network down the road, do some guest spots for that, have some fun. No, not at all for you, huh? All right.
I mean, maybe after my career, maybe like some commentating gig or something. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. You sound good.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
That's kind of okay. All right. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, maybe after my career, getting into commentating about baseball, but I mean, that would just have to be in years to come. As the time gets older, as I get wiser, I would do it. But as of right now, I don't think I'd picture myself. I'm just trying to stay locked into my baseball career and school as well, and go from there.
Tell me this, before I wrap it up with you and let you go, and you've been great, Ivan. What is it about this particular season so far, your first season at Texas? What have you enjoyed the most this year?
What have I enjoyed the most? Probably just all the memories with the guys, just getting to know everybody, being a part of a new team. It's a fresh new start. Everybody was real welcoming. So, I'd say that's probably my favorite and most memorable part of the year. And, it's about the team, and with having a good team and strong bond, good chemistry, a lot of that winning happens and winning's fun. So, yeah.
And if people don't know enough about Texas baseball as a Longhorn fan, or just what it's all like with the tradition for Texas Longhorn baseball, how do you describe that to people out there?
I'd say there's just one big family organization, tradition. Everybody honors the big time names that have come through this facility and through this program. Everybody honors all the coaches, everybody, all the statues, everything has meaning behind it. All the pictures posted there at the facility, all the years of championships have, won. Everything, you can name it, the list goes on and on. Just all the old jerseys, they're just, so much pride and tradition and meaning behind it, I would say.
Very nice. This came from Ivan on Twitter. Tell my Tocayo that he is starting to become the most recognizable Ivan from Coronado High. So there you go. He's been a photographer here for years, and now he knows, even though he went to Coronado, you're more well-known than he is because of the kind of season you're having at Texas. So congratulations. That's big-time props coming from Ivan, who is, again, one of our favorite photogs in the city.
Sir, thank you for having me. Appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to interview me.
Great job. All right, Ivan, best of luck the rest of the way, and we'll look forward to catching up with you again down the road, all right?
Thank you. Appreciate you guys having me. Take care.